We live in a world that's designed to make us feel like we constantly need more. More money, more clothes, more friends, more makeup products, a bigger house, a fancier car, nicer vacations, and lots of gadgets to make our lives easier. We can't open our phones or turn on our TVs or even drive down the street without constantly being flooded with this messaging, giving us an endless feeling of inadequacy, constantly pushing us to itch that can never fully be scratched. Because no matter how many times you purchase the thing that you think will finally make your life better, there will always be more. But what happens if we take a look around and say, you know what? I have enough. And not only do I have enough, I feel satisfied. I feel content. For me, life is about delighting in all of the little day-to-day moments, enjoying relationships that are authentic and enriching, and following passions that truly fill my cup. So stuff is just stuff. Who cares? I can get on board with that. It's the contentedness around career goals that's harder for me. I know I'm doing what I'm meant to do. I feel incredibly aligned with my passion and my purpose, but ultimately my business isn't where I envision it being. And that can be a real mental struggle sometimes. I can feel myself falling into the I'll be happy when inner dialogue, which, just like when it comes to physical stuff, is not entirely true. This isn't to say that there's no happiness to be gained through accomplishing personal or career goals, or even through purchasing an item for your home. Of course not. There can often be great fulfillment in these things. But I think it's important for us to examine our routine behaviors. Are we constantly being influenced to purchase things that we don't need? Is this overspending coming from a need to feed an insecurity, to make you more like someone else? Or are your spending habits thoughtful and intentional and truly aligned with who you are? Are you missing your life while in pursuit of something that you don't yet have or have yet to accomplish? Viewing your present day as lesser than in comparison to what's yet to come? Or are you dreaming big and working hard while enjoying the ride? If you find yourself desiring feelings of abundance and satisfaction with who you are and where you are right now, here are a few things to consider. Examine your relationship with what we'll call distractions. Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, TV, magazines, they're all designed to make us feel that we're not enough as we are. Social media thrives off of cultivating this feeling of inadequacy because it's this feeling that keeps us scrolling and keeps us engaging with the platforms. And TV commercials are getting better and better at convincing us that we need something right now. So many commercials include QR codes now so that you can order the advertised product instantaneously. But the food commercials are what irk me the most. Extra flamin', explosive, super crunchy mouthfeel. They use all these adjectives that we would never use when describing good, nourishing, whole food meals, but they convince us that that's what we want and need out of our food. That's what delicious food looks and sounds like. Intentionally reducing our exposure to these distractions with less screen time can be a helpful way to turn down the noise. And then there's no better way to tune into your inner happiness and satisfaction than by practicing the art of presence. Many do this through meditation. A daily gratitude practice can also be a beautiful tool to help you recognize the abundance that already surrounds you. Even on the worst of days, if you can find gratitude for having shelter, for hearing the sound of birds chirping outside, for the smell of rain, and for your ability to take a calming, deep breath, your brain chemistry will change. I also find the mindset of curiosity to be a fantastic vehicle towards presence. I use this prompt of curiosity a lot in the classes that I teach on the playground. I really believe that our movement practice can add so much to our lives when we use it as an opportunity to connect with ourselves on a deeper level and further further familiarize ourselves with what we're experiencing in the present moment, rather than an opportunity to critique or to judge ourselves for our inability to do something. Getting curious about how things feel when we move in this way in comparison to that way, or when we breathe like this rather than like that, or when we try this exercise with a 20-pound dumbbell instead of a 15-pound dumbbell. It just makes movement so much more interesting and enjoyable, and something that we want to come back to again and again. And this mindset of curiosity can easily be translated into any mundane moment within your day. What does the air feel like on your skin? What do you smell? Even if it's a 100-degree day on the streets of New York City and you just feel sweaty and smell the stench of hot trash, there can be a little delight in the acknowledgement of this reality. Little contemplations like this can romanticize your life in a way and really help you recognize the beauty that already surrounds you. And can you savor things more often? Rather than getting quick dopamine hits from the fiery explosions of processed foods, what a gift to cook a meal from scratch and enjoy it with good company. Really savoring not only every bite, but every moment in the process. From sourcing the raw ingredients to prepping the food, chopping, stirring, simmering, and then finally tasting, laughing, really relishing in every moment of the experience. We often associate the word savor with food, but it really just means to enjoy something slowly so that you can really fully appreciate it. So we can savor anything in life. Can we strive to savor our moments outdoors, savor our long walks and hot showers and cozy beverages in the morning, and savor those moments where we get to cuddle up and get cozy to read a book for an extended period of time? Lastly, declutter. If you're considering slowing down on your spending habits, then it might feel a little counterintuitive to simultaneously be getting rid of stuff, but after years of overconsumption, you probably have a lot of random crap in your home. Too many clothes, too many toys, too many gadgets that don't work, just lots of clutter. And when our home is filled with little bits and bops that we're always seeing that we just sort of feel meh about, then we're gonna end up feeling meh all the time. Clutter can also be incredibly overstimulating. Here's your call to action. Ruthlessly declutter, keeping only what truly brings you joy and makes you happy. So when you look around your home, things feel purposeful and intentional, like they were really meant to be there. I've ultimately found contentment to be a daily practice, a grounding force to bring me back to baseline whenever I'm feeling off. And I'm not always perfect. Sometimes I still catch myself saying, well, once I have XYZ and ABC happens, then we'll be good, we'll be happy. But I no longer allow that to be my autopilot. I can confidently say that I'm happy with who I am and where I am on this journey of life right here, right now, today. And I hope you can be too.